What's going on YouTube? It's your boy SEFtheLawnSurgeon. And you already know what time it is. A tipsy toe. Alright, what's going on, guys? I don't know how I'm gonna do this tipsy talk. I'm about to go in my shed. Y'all see in a second, but because I got that new mower, I don't know if y'all noticed, I usually sit on the front of my lawnmower. Because I got that new mower, now I have my Toro here. So I guess I could sit on it. It's commercial grade, right? So I guess it'll hold me up. Let's see how it goes. With my butt small enough. Hold up. Oh, ouch. I fit. Alrighty then. First of all, now y'all know me. People who are long-time subscribers know I don't really respond to comments, but on video, that is. I respond to all my comments. But somebody said, great video. Oh, this is on Tipsy Talk, mind you. Great video, but you should leave the drink out of it. Ew. Well, if I left the drink out of it, then that wouldn't make it a tipsy talk now, would it? Yeah, sir. Anywho, as y'all can see, I got this little beard action going on. I just actually went on vacation for like a week, a full week, and as y'all can hear, I got a little cold, and too much information, but I got like TMJ. This whole ear is clogged up right now, so if I'm talking weird, I apologize. Because I know y'all gonna comment and ask. TMJ is basically when you have problems with the joint from your top and bottom jawbone, this joint right here, and coincidentally this jawbone is right up under your ear canal. So sometimes when it swells up, it pinches my ear canal shut. So I can't hear out of it until the swelling goes down. So, and like I said, the beard action came from, I forgot to take my trimmer on vacation, so I was just like, forget it. Like, I got to keep a close shave from work, so got that little beard action going on. Once I stop working, I'm going to, I don't know, I think I'm going to grow a goatee. I used to have a goatee. That bad boy used to be like this long. I know y'all probably can't imagine that, because ever since y'all seen me, I didn't have nothing, but yeah, I just spent like 3 minutes talking about nothing. Anywho, basically this tipsy talk is going to be for a couple of questions. One, it's basically about my Timemaster versus my new walk behind. A lot of people have been asking, am I replacing my Timemaster, which is kind of an interesting question because I kind of was, but I'm kind of not anymore. And also I'm gonna give you all a brief update of how my Timemaster did for me while I was using it commercially. Oh, excuse me. So mind you, when I first got my Timemaster, I probably was cutting about 12 yards. 2014, I was cutting about 12 yards, a good pace. Then 2015, I kind of went back, and I was only cutting about 8 yards because, you know, I was doing it part-time, and I just had my daughter. Timemaster still working fantastically. So in 2015, I guess, mind you, I got it 2014. In 2015, that's when, at the end of the year, that's when it kind of starts slowing down. Everybody saying, oh, your transmission's gonna go out, blah blah blah. So I thought that's what had happened. So I took it to a dealer, and they told me all it needed was my cable to be adjusted and whatnot. So he adjusted it, and he actually showed me how to adjust it. So once he did that, I adjusted it on my own. So after he adjusted it, it worked fantastically. Then it started slowing down a little bit. So I adjusted it to the point where it's actually in gear while it's sitting there, because I adjusted it so tight. But it's kind of a good thing, because if it's running, well, if it's off, it's like a parking brake, because the transmission's in gear. I don't know how to explain it. I might have to show it to you one day. But like, if it's on and it's running, and I pick up the back end without me pushing the controls, the back wheel will spin a little bit, because it's that tight that it's in gear. But that's the only way that I can get it to go as fast as I want it to go when I want to go. So that's pretty much the only, I guess, problem I done had with it. And so yeah. But as far as that, the engine works fantastically. I think Blake, he had his for about a year, and so I think something happened with his engine. I'm not sure exactly what happened from B&B, but my engines work fine. I've had more of the transmission problems, but it hasn't really stopped me. It's been working. Like, even when it messed up, the engine was still fine. I just had to push it, and that's a heavy mower to be pushing. So anyways, I'm starting to sweat because it's hot out here. This camera has got some HD quality. Let me get inside before I start looking sloppy. But anyways, when I got my walk behind, bam bam, my plans were to replace the Timemaster, because as I told you, I used the Timemaster because the Timemaster, even though it's a quote-unquote push mower, it goes way higher than my zero turn. So for yards that I need to cut, like well thick manicured turf, I use the Timemaster. And so my plan was to replace the Timemaster with the walk behind. So the first day we went out to cut, I was y'all should have seen the vlog by now. I'm gonna post a vlog before I post this video, but I actually went out that day without BJ. I was going out on my own, and then I ended up picking up BJ. And two things that I found out why I can't replace the Timemaster, and I need to keep it on my daily setup. When I went out with BJ, some of my yards are side by side. So one particular yard we stopped at, he was able to cut one yard and I cut the other yard. So that was beneficial because he was using the Timemaster, I was using the walk behind. We knocked it out twice as fast. Another situation was the main situation. Somebody asked me to cut their yard. It's this nice neighborhood. I have 3 yards in this neighborhood, and they asked me to cut their yard. And usually the people that I have in this neighborhood, they only treat their front yard. So the front yard is the only part of the yard that I have to use the Timemaster, because I want it nice and striped. I want it high. I want it tight. High and tight is like what I call it. And so the Timemaster is the only tool that I had to do that with. So that's why I was getting the walk behind, so I can have a commercial grade mower that can do the same thing. So this particular yard that we got, when we got there, one, it had a whole bunch of random trees and patio, all of that in the backyard. So you couldn't really get the Timemaster back there. And even so, with all the obstacles that it had back there, when you're trying to pivot that zero turn back there, it probably would tore the grass up. Not to mention that the grass was tall and thick. So trying to cut that would have been tough with the Timemaster, with the Mustang, you know. But luckily that day, not only did I end up picking up BJ, I ended up bringing my Timemaster with me. So while I was knocking out the front yard doing some diagonal stripes, BJ was going around all them obstacles in the back with a Timemaster. And I asked him, I said, how'd it go? He said it was great, you know, it cut fine. He just put it on the tallest setting and went to town on it. So for those of you who are actually, am I replacing my Timemaster or am I getting rid of it? And no sir, I'm actually, before I decided that I think I'm gonna keep it on my trailer, my plan was just to keep it and use it for my yard. But I probably still am gonna use it for my yard because the walk behind is just too big for my yard. I only really got a big yard. So I'll probably just still use the Timemaster to cut my yard. I use my zero turn to cut my backyard. I use the Timemaster to cut my front. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be my setup. The Shindao T344, my Echo PAS 225. Then I'm gonna have the Mustang back there. Mustang 42 XP. The Toro floating deck. And Toro Timemaster. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna have. Another question somebody asked me is that be careful with putting the rebar on the flap. Well, I mean, I don't know if y'all saw in that first video I posted, but the flap is actually about a half a foot to 8 inches away from the actual deck. So that risk is kind of low, you know what I mean? It might can reach it if I'm backing up, but it's kind of low. So I actually did that with the Timemaster. Because the Timemaster, when I back up, the flap goes up under the deck, but the only reason that it hit the blade was because sometimes the zip ties come loose. And I knew it was loose, but I'm lazy and I'm like, alright, let me get through this yard, to finish. And I backed up one time and I heard clank, clank, clank. And I'm like, oh crap. So I checked the blade was straight. It just actually bent the rebar. So I took the rebar off. And that's when I used to have 2 rebars on there, but now I only have 1. I think I'm definitely gonna have to put 3 on the walk behind. But that's really it. I just want to answer those questions. Big, huge thanks to everybody that watched my videos. I just hit 1 million views. And that's real big for me because I don't know if people realize that. Like, if you might have seen my interview with Top Notch, or I might have talked about it before, but I have a love for YouTube. I don't make YouTube videos just for people to hear me talking, you know what I mean? Like, I just love the whole concept of YouTube. I think it's replacing TV, replacing entertainment. And so I just wanted to be a part of that. And I also wanted to document the growth of my business. You get what I'm saying? But I never could imagine my channel getting 1 million views. You know what I mean? That means 1 million people actually took the time out their day to look at my videos. That's crazy to me. That's real crazy. And I really appreciate it. Oh, almost forgot. You know, everybody likes to know what's in the red cup. It's Steel Reserve Blackberry. Pretty good. Like I tell you, I'm not really a beer drinker. I'll drink beer every once in a while, but I'm more of like the Bud Light, Lime-A-Ritas, you know, Steel Reserve, any kind of like fruit drink or something like that. I like to try it. Anywho, thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, and stay tuned. Yes, sir.